Rod, a superb afternoon here at Privet Park, 6-0 against Gosport Borough. You can't ask for much more than that, can you?
No, not really. 1-0 at half time, I thought. Tough first half. I mean, they're a good side here. You know, I think people are probably going to look at it and probably think, well, there must have been something gone on, like a sending off early on or whatever, but it wasn't. Obviously, there was one at the end. But these are a good side, and, you know, I travelled here today knowing that it's going to be tough. Coming in 1-0, I felt the wind, a bit like over our place, can be a little bit of a factor. But I thought second half, we got the goals at the right time, and, you know, we was outstanding. And if you ever want to complete 45 minutes, I think that was it. The only sad thing about it was obviously Luke took quite a bad one when their lad got sent off for the elbow. But other than that, it was a complete 45 minutes.
Okay, Bill, fantastic afternoon here at Privet Park. What was your assessment of the game today?
I think first half when we went against the wind, we couldn't really get out of that well. And I think to be fair, it was like a basketball match. It was end to end, and luckily, they've made a mistake and we've capitalised on it. But after the team talk at half time, I think the second half we come out. I think within the first 10-15 minutes, I think we got the first 2 or 3 goals, and it just completely settled the game down. I think we went on from there, and we just controlled the whole game.
That's now 15 goals in your last 3 games. We were guilty of missing a lot of chances early in the season, but not anymore. We're now scoring hatfuls.
Yeah, we are. I mean, don't get it wrong, every game's different. You're not always going to take your chances like we have probably today. I can't really say that there's a lot of chances went begging. I think we was quite clinical today. What I'm really pleased about is the fact is that we've had to change the team. I mean, we had Ainsley's gone down this week. Jeffers has gone down this week. You've had Churchy gone down this week, all with injuries. And you travel away here and you think, well, they're big players for us as well. And it just shows the depth of the squad. You've got Adam Bailey, Dennis outside it. But, you know, there was a couple of full debuts today, you know, with Max Porter and the boy Young. So I just thought it was a real good performance. And it was also pleasing to keep a clean sheet, because I think it's something that we want to do. We need to keep clean sheets. But overall, I thought, you know, the boys, everybody who come in today was outstanding. And it was a really tough first half. And I think once we then got the goals down in the second half, it was pretty much all us for 45 minutes. But what pleases me more is I know this is a tough place to come, and I know that that's a good side that we've beat. So that's another benchmark for me to see where we are for the rest of the campaign.
I think that may be down to, I mean, do you know what? In the last couple of weeks, we've focused a bit more in training on just individual pieces. So the strikers work together, the midfielders working together, and we're doing a bit more finishing in that. So I think it was sort of a matter of time before we give someone an idea. And obviously, the last 3 games we've gone and won and scored that many goals. So
one of those changes that you made was bringing in Billy Bricknell for the injured Sean Jeffers, and he's giving you a headache now with 2 goals and 2 typical strikers' goals, poachers' goals. Yeah,
I mean, it's not an headache because, you know, like we've got 3 centre forwards at the club. Billy's different to Jeffers and he's different to Sham. He is a finisher, and he showed you that today. And, you know, one of the things I just said to the players beforehand, you know, there's competition, and if Billy comes in and does well today, unfortunately, Jeffers has had an injury, but it's one of the things he's got to take on the chin. So, you know, Billy would be disappointed if he probably didn't start the next game. But, you know, that's football. As I just said, we have got the depth here, and when players have to come in, we haven't had anybody let us down. Walsh has been in the last couple of games, been outstanding. Adam Bailey, Dennis to come back. And as I say, you know, it puts competition in there for Churchy, and there's Max, there's Frankie. Plenty of competition here. And I think if you're going to have any substance through the season, it's important that coming to places like today, that you do get the opportunity to be able to shift the pack if you do have any unfortunate circumstances, which I was doing, you know, the question and answers on Thursday, and I don't know, but Ainsley's up the hospital having an X-ray, you know, so it wasn't until after that I managed to speak to Nick that I found out what had gone on, and then I found Jeffers never trained, and then Churchy's done another fitness test today. So our bench today was pretty much depleted with 2 or 3 injuries on there. So overall, Adam Bailey, Dennis is back now, brings more competition. As I just said to the players, if we are going to do anything and we're going to sustain this year, then I need everybody fit. And if we can start playing like we did today, then obviously I think that, you know, there'll be a lot of teams looking at us.
And to see that the team are spreading the goals out as well. Obviously, we've had a lot of goals scored from Sham and Sean, but yourself has got a couple, 3. You've got Josh Reese has scored 3 or 4, so it's good to see him spread it about the team.
Yeah, I mean, Josh scored again today. He scored 2, didn't he, last week, and then the week before we got another goal at Eastbourne. So fair play to him getting in the box and scoring his goals. But I think we've got goals throughout. Like you said, Robbie will nick a few. Bags has nicked another one today. And I think if Bags adds that to his game, he's how good Bags can be. But if he starts scoring goals as well, it'll be a real problem. So.
Yeah, you need to move your goals around. I'd like to see a few more centre halves getting a few, if I'm being honest. Because we have plenty enough chances from set pieces. But your midfielder chipping in now. I thought Reece has, Josh has got better and better, and he scored some important goals. But you have to give Billy credit today. He's come back, and I spoke to Billy in the week. He's a little bit down. That he felt that maybe he could have got a little run against Wealdstone, but obviously we had a few injuries yet again that made us change it rather than give Billy a little bit of a run out towards the end. But Billy, Billy loves this club and he wants to be here. And as far as I'm concerned, he will always give you 100%. And if you can get Billy in them right areas like today, I've got to be honest, he's probably one of the best centre forwards in the division. So, that's great for us, and that's why it's when we had the chat in closed season, Billy wanted to stay and I wanted to keep Billy, but it was all about negotiating which was right for us and the club, for Billy and the club. And we got there in the end, but he's here for the right reasons. And as I say, today he deserves that match ball, and I think the boys will be pleased because they are so tight. This group, considering about to just put it together, and it is about signing the right players, the right characters, the people that you feel can get on with one another and gel. And there's a wonderful buzz at the moment around this club, and even with the supporters again today, long way to come on a Saturday afternoon, and yet they've probably turned out 60, 70, 100-handed to come and watch their team. So I just want to say thanks to them, and we'll just keep the hard work on behind the scenes, and hopefully we can keep picking up some points till the end of the season.